absolutely no cure for morphobite in 1993?
None. I'm reading about it now. The antidote takes years to make. You don't have that kind of time, even with time travel. Plus, you'd need access to quantum particles, and in 1993, that's impossible.
Have you forgotten the generator we both saw, you idiot?
Nozzo, I do have access to quantum particles in 1993.
You do?
How bad is it when FIA is smarter than you?
The machine in the secret basement, remember?
FIA, you're not suggesting that rusty heap of spare parts and circuit boards?
And quantum particles. Let's get moving.
That's crazy!
What's the worst that could happen?
I'd give you a list, but we don't have the time. Even if that machine worked, the particles are only part of the cure. There are several other steps, and...
Then let's walk and talk.
Do you want to catch Duffy or what?
Not at the cost of your life.
You have your finger over the rewind button.
Always.
Then you won't let that happen. Send me all the data you have on this cure. QUINN, was it?
It's in the archive.
We're gonna do this, Nozzo. And I am going to die trying. As many times as it takes.
I don't like this, FIA, but I'm with you. If you want to come back, just say the word.
Alright. Quantum.
Right. Blood sample, sodium nitrate, buformin, phytofusion. All in less than 30 minutes. Easy.
Yeah. Quantum is the only known antidote to morphobite poison cause synthesis. Extract the blood sample infected with morphobite. Expose this sample to quantum particles for several minutes to induce necessary changes. Okay, so we need to go back to the 70s, get some blood from Otis, unless it needs mine. Equal parts sodium nitrate and buformin to create the base compound. What was the diabetes medicine made from? I can't remember. Eject the base compound into any type of young flora, such as a tree sapling or plant, back in the 70s. Allow the plant to mature for at least 1 decade. Come back to the 90s. During the phytofusion period, plants harvest the buds or leaves of the mature plant. Consume plant parts will neutralize effectively. Detailed process ensures the antidote's potency. Okay, first step, blood sample. Go back to the 70s.
He was carrying a small bottle of diabetes pills with him. I don't need much. I'll just take one.
Well, if that's what we were here for, we got... Oh, there we are. Oh, look at the body. Okay. Where's my cursor? Do I need to scrape it off?
The multi-tool control...
Well, how the fuck do I get a blood sample, then?
If there is a reason... Nozzo.
Yeah, FIA.
Options, Nozzo.
Okay, first things first.
Oh, a sample of my blood.
You need a sample of your own blood. Marla Knox is a registered nurse. Maybe...
Okay, go to her house in the 90s.
Come on.
Okay, got the syringe.
Well, that was unpleasant, but I got it.
Okay, got my blood sample. Next step. Expose this quantum particles for several minutes. Okay, we're gonna die. Hopefully we won't lose our inventory, though.
Oh, God.
Yep. And back to the lovebirds.
No.
Somehow I run back home to...
Yeah. Go on, go. Just go.
I'll figure this out, Duffy.
Well, good luck.
You'd...
Bye.
I hope you're...
Alright, now. Down to the basement. Open this up.
This thing must be able...
Yes. What? Really? I lost my fucking blood sample. Great.
This thing must...
Seriously?
Right. That's done. Look at that. My blood is swimming with quantonic time stream particles. Wait, does that mean I'm chronolocked?
No, just the syringe, and whatever is inside it.
So this syringe is immune to changes in the time stream,
That's right.
which means it won't pop out of existence when I loop again.
That's also right.
Good.
Well, that'll save some time at least. Anyway, 1 step down, 4 to go.
I'll be here.
All right, next step. Mix equal parts sodium nitrate and buformin. Sodium nitrate is like fertilizer, isn't it?
Hello again.
Yes?
Oh good, she knows what buformin is too.
Do you know where I could get some sodium nitrate?
Why do you ask?
I really need some. It's really important.
You don't even know what it is, do you?
Maybe?
Sorry. Can't help you.
Bit of a fucking emergency here.
You wouldn't happen to have any buformin?
What's that?
I'm not sure, but
If you don't know,
Great.
I'll leave you alone now.
see you around.
I can't rummage through her thing.
Great. Evelyn Sherman. Shit. I gotta go to the 70s, look up her number, come back to the 90s, call her. That's just gonna kill me, so I might as well just run somewhere. There.
Are you all right?
No, because you wouldn't fucking give me some sodium nitrate.
Absolutely. Have to hurry.
Okay. Hopefully I'll remember the, number and everything.
Who should I look? Aha, I'll make it.
Good, I hope you remember it. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to keep the mixture. Although maybe now that I know her number, maybe I can call her again in the next loop. In fact, maybe I should do that.
Huh?
Okay. So what do I do when I get the stuff mixed? It just says mix equal parts. Then inject the base compound into any type of young flora, which means I'm gonna have to go back in time, which means I'm gonna have to do another loop.
Hello.
Okay. I think the buformin was the medicine.
There's a small plastic
No.
bag labeled sodium nitrate. I'll just nick that.
Or maybe it was at least part of the medicine. Either way, I'm gonna have to go back to the 70s anyway to inject the stuff into the sampling. Just make sure there's no buformin in
I
here.
have one already.
Okay. Is the thing in here? Silubin. Bag of sodium nitrate. Okay, that didn't work. Am I gonna be able to make this? I don't know.
I'll just.
Capsule of diabetes medicine. Alright, so can we
If
mix
there's
this?
a reason, I see no point.
Great. What the fuck is
No say.
buformin then?
Yeah, Fia.
Options, no.
Sodium nitrate is typically
we
maybe
got
talk
that.
to some
Options.
sodium maybe
I got the sodium nitrate. What the fuck is buformin?
Making this cure is a lot more complex than I assumed.
I told you it would be.
Are you gonna help me or not?
Okay, I'm here. What do you need help with?
The buformin! I know the phytofusion. I need to put it in the tree. I just need the buformin. Would Liam know what my buformin is? Or wait, Marla would know what buformin is, but she's probably not going to want to talk to me. We're going to have to spend a whole loop trying to coax it out of her.
How did you and Duffy meet?
I picked him up at a concert.
You what?
I thought I was saying goodbye to my abusive husband and the city for good. So when I met him, I thought, why not? Why not have a little fun before I leave?
So you brought him back to your room at the Commonwealth Hotel?
Yeah, but Otis was waiting for me when we got there. He had the devil in his eyes, let me tell you. If Duffy wasn't with me, I'm sure he would have killed me. And Nathan.
Nathan?
I just learned I was pregnant. That's why I was leaving. Duffy saved us and gave up everything to do it. So don't you dare tell me he did wrong.
That can't be right. If Marla or Nathan died in the original history, Otis Knox's history would have changed too. And it didn't. This doesn't add up.
There's more to this than you're telling me, Marla. I know it.
I don't care what you know. Now hurry home before your stomach turns to gravel. I don't want to watch.
Well, then you better tell me what B-Foreman is, or I'm gonna make you watch.
I'd better, go.
Yeah.
I'll just take one of these.
Okay, can we mix this with the blood right now?
I'll just add these sodium nitrate crystals to my quansonic treated blood.
Plastic syringe with metal needle, half your blood. Okay, so hopefully that means that's quantum locked as well. Had to look up a guide because nothing was telling me what B-Foreman was. I mean, yes, I know about the pill on what's-his-face, Otis Knox's body, but according to his home in the 70s, that started with an S, Lubrin or whatever the fuck it was.
Have to hurry.
But apparently that's what we need. It also said to put the sodium nitrate and the B-Foreman into the blood, which that I have to call a little bit of shenanigans in, unless I misread something. Extract a blood sample, expose it to quansonic particles. Mix equal parts sodium nitrate and B-Foreman. Okay, it doesn't say anything about mixing it with the blood, so that's a tiny bit misleading, if that is indeed what we need to do.
I'll just
Okay, so this should
crack
go
open
in.
this pill.
Okay, B-Foreman. All right, that's but never mind. We got that done. God. Come on. Okay, eject the base compound into young flora, so that's back at the Knox's place. Now I'm hoping, because once I do this I'm not going to have enough time to do anything, but I'm hoping that because of the quansonic particles, that's going to be chrono-locked and it's not going to get erased once I loop again.
There we go, little sapling. Let nature do its thing.
Okay. Allow the plant to mature for at least a decade. During this period, the plant's biological processes modify the mixture, harvest the buds. We consume the plant parts full. Okay. Alright, so gonna have to die at least one more time, but hopefully that'll be it. Alright, fingers crossed. Well, the tree's grown, and what's her name
I
ain't
can't
there.
rummage through her things when she's standing right there.
You wanna maybe get those glasses checked?
Here goes everything.
I was gonna say, I hope that wasn't a game-ending bug.
Ugh.
Well,
Blasting hell, that felt good. Now to catch up with Duffy. We don't have much time.
Well, the timer went away, so apparently we got plenty of time. I hope. You're still standing there?
Thea? How are you even standing?
Why are you even standing? I thought you would have been gone.
Your stomach lining must feel like razor blades by now.
I'm tougher than I look, Duffy. In fact, I've never felt better.
Well, you've always been resourceful.
You taught me well.
Yeah, I guess I did.
Nozzo, how long till the fireworks are finished?
any second now. After that, do...
Nozzo?
Don't bother. I've desynced you.
Desynced?
Small invention of mine. I made it back in 2062. Still works 15 years later. It desyncs you from the monitoring station at Chronozen. When I turn it off, Nazo won't even notice time has passed. So, we can talk freely.
Uh-huh.
Did you use that desync device in the field? It can't be legal.
It's not, and I didn't use it often. Maybe a few times just to try it out. Then I met Marla, and, well, things got out of hand.
Got out of hand? You killed a man, Duffy.
He was going to kill Marla. Nathan, too.
We both know that isn't true. If Otis's history changed that drastically, we would know.
Fine. You got me. She wouldn't have been killed. She would have been beaten within an inch of her life, and never fully recovered. And Nathan, born with severe brain damage, grew up despising his father. It was Nathan who killed him, you know. The original Otis. Buried him at sea on the 4th of July. Then killed himself a few months later. Tell me, Fia, should I have just stood by and let all of that happen?
We've let worse things happen, Duffy.
This was different. I saw an opportunity to make things better and I took it.
Resync me, Duffy. Now.
Come on. Don't tell me you never wanted to explore the past without him watching you. Doesn't it feel nice? Just a little? Don't answer. I know how bad you are at lying.
This goes against everything you taught me.
You mean focus on the job? I found something more important than the job. And so have you, haven't you? Yeah, you have. I know the look.
Yeah, but guess what? She ain't here.
You know how I feel, whether you admit it or not.
What makes you the exception then? Why do you get to have everything you want when the rest of us...
That's just it. I found something I wanted, more than anything. So I took the risk. Wouldn't you, Fia? I think you would. I really think you would.
You know nothing about how I feel.
I know what it's like to live like you. To avoid caring about anything because it might disappear. Look at Nazo. He lost his whole family. Now his life revolves around Chronozen. He knows that if he cared about anything else, he could lose it. Is that the future you want for yourself?
Fireworks have stopped.
Yeah.
So tell me, how is this going to go?
Fia, a long time ago I asked you a question.
I have a suspicion I already know how it's gonna go.
I asked why there were so few of us who could do this job. Do you remember what you said?
What does that have to do with anything?
Come on, Fia, I'm at your mercy. Can't you humor me just a little? What did you say?
That it didn't matter. I was just glad to be chosen.
Yeah, I probably made some offhand joke, didn't I?
There really should have been an option just to shoot him right here.
I've thought about it a lot over the years, and I've realized something. Life is about change. The world is about change. Change is a necessary part of life. Staying aloof and above it all while the world alters and shifts around you. Nobody should live like that. Nobody can live like that. No wonder Chronozen finds so few candidates. I'm amazed they can find anyone at all. They told us we could see all the paths not taken, like it was so magical, so blasting special. But they left out one important thing. All those paths, none of them include us. So I escaped all that. I've walked a path of my own. It was full of highs, full of lows, and full of everything in between. But above all, it was full. Can you say the same? I'm not going back, Fia. So kill me, or let me go. I'm ready either way. Well, what's it gonna be?
Really?
Nazo, how long till the fireworks are finished?
Any second now. After that, do whatever you need to do. Fia?
It's done.
Already?
I said it's done. Can I come home now?
Is your chronosuit engaged?
Yes, confirmed. Home, please.
Sure, Fia. Stand by. And time fall in 3, 2, 1. Welcome back. Are you okay?
Never better.
Did we really not get to see what happened?
I'm sorry you had to do that, FIA.
Yeah. Well, can't fight protocol.
Do you want to go grab a drink? Talk about it. Or go to the park gallery, even.
I think I'd rather call it a night.
Right. This was a lot. I'm gonna petition the brass to give us some time off. I don't care how backlogged we are.
Sure. Whatever you feel is best.
Yeah. What a mess.
I'm not sure I like that. Oh, hi. We get to play as Nazo now. Cool.
ID acknowledged. Welcome, Frank Nazarelli.
Huh? That's weird. The jump system's engaged. February 15th, 2029, NYU. Oh, FIA. You didn't. FIA, come in. Please tell me you aren't doing what I think you're doing. That explosion needs to happen. You know this. Stopping it could blast it. I'm setting an auto jump to come after you. If you can hear me, just stay where you are. I won't tell the brass. I'll erase the logs. Just be okay.
I wonder if she let Duffy live and took his desync thing so Nazo can't contact her.
Ow. Been years since I did that. FIA? FIA, are you there? I'm here, FIA. I just hope you haven't done anything crazy.
And also the text is going by itself again.
FIA? FIA, come in.
Oh yeah, this is the prologue, isn't it? Well, I mean, it's the epilogue now, but this is what we saw at the beginning of the game.
Blast it. It can't end like this. Come on. Don't freak out. Think. You've got this all under control.
Blast it, FIA. If you're here to stop that explosion...
Oh, ye of little faith.
FIA? Are you alright? What's going on?
Then why were you even here, FIA?
I did it, Nos.
Where are you?
Alley off Waverley. Can't miss it. Meet you there.
FIA, what did you do? Oh no.
Uh-huh.
Hi, Nos. Again.
Again?
We've had this conversation before. 44 times, I think. Maybe 45.
Rewind? That means...
I'm dying, Nos. Yeah.
How?
How do you think? Wasn't quick enough. But I saved her. Some of the paintings, too. Not all of them, but... it's enough.
Surely they're just gonna be at risk to get chrono shifted away again.
Why did you do this, FIA?
Because Duffy was... too good a teacher.
Duffy?
I wanted to do one thing. Just one thing. For myself. No, not for myself. For someone else.
Was she worth losing your life over?
I didn't plan on dying when coming here. It just kind of happened.
I don't get it, FIA.
Why is she so important? You barely know her.
I wanted to know her,
And now you're probably not going to.
to give us both the chance. She deserves that. We deserve that.
I don't know what to do here, FIA.
Turn off my PFE.
What? But the rewinds.
We'll stop. I know. But it's okay. I checked the archive. Imani lives. Knowing that, it's okay. It's all okay.
You can't know for sure if Imani will live.
Don't tell me you are doubting the archive.
No, but another chrono shift can take her away again.
I know. This could all be for nothing. Isn't that amazing?
What?
Think of all the people we met, all through history. All following their dreams, following their hearts. None of them knew if it would work out. None of them knew the future. But it didn't stop them from trying anyway. What makes us so special?
If the rewinds stop, you die.
I'll die anyway.
So we'll try again.
We've tried everything. Please, Nozzo.
I'll get an ambulance. There are already several on their way. I'll just flag one of them down.
Tried that. Doesn't work. Sorry, Noz.
I'm exhausting every option before I do that.
Come on, FIA. Let's get you out of here.
I won't make it, Noz. We tried so many times.
I won't do this. You can't ask me to do this.
You're the only one who can do this. Please.
We'll find another way. There's always another way.
We've tried them all. Nothing works. Trust me.
I can't, FIA. I can't watch you die.
Then don't watch.
FIA.
Please.
I'll go back and stop you.
You do, and I'll never forgive you.
I can live with that.
I'll come back and try again the first chance I get. You know I will.
I can't, FIA. I can't.
Then don't.
FIA.
Please.
Okay.
Thank you, Nozzo. It's been incredible.
Yeah.
And for what it's worth, I...
That's one of my favorites. Could I ask what you see?
It better not happen again.
What are you feeling right now?
Oh, nothing.
Really?
Yeah.
These paintings have a colorful history. We still don't know the name of the brave woman who sacrificed her life to rescue them. Her reasons will always remain a mystery. All we can do now is appreciate what she saved and try to imagine what she saw. Do you really feel nothing?
Was she happy?
Sorry?
FIA, was she happy?
So you know.
That she faked her death? Yeah. FIA always was a terrible liar.
Isn't that the truth? It was her biggest regret. lying to you. If she realized that you knew all along, well, no point in dwelling.
So, was she happy?
Yes, we both were. As much as anyone can be.
Thanks. That's all I wanted to know.
She passed 5 years ago.
I know.
I miss her. I miss her every day.
Yeah. I wish I could understand why. To risk everything she had, everything she was, on someone she barely knew?
I wondered the same thing. To the day she died, she never had a proper answer. She had her own reasons. Whatever they were, I'm grateful for them. I hope that one day you'll find some of your own.
Yeah, maybe one day.
I'm here most of the time. If you ever want to talk about her or anything at all, just putting that out there.
I'll keep that in mind, Miss Quinton.
Please, call me M. And you're Nazo, correct?
Yeah, Actually, it's Frank. Call me Frank.
Frank it is. And poof, we now know each other. You have a good night, Frank.
Same to you, Em.
Well, I can relax a bit. I was tensing up the whole time, thinking there might be a chrono shift coming. But speaking of, you'll forgive me if I now chrono shift to a few days in the future, so I can give my thoughts on this. And my thoughts are kind of complicated. I did like the game. I will say that, although I do have some gripes and concerns, which we will get into. Favorite chapter was probably Chapter 4 with all the leaves bullshit. That was a fun little romp, and it was fun discovering, from the different points of view that FIA had, the different times she went in there. Oh, this is why we couldn't open the trash can. This is why this happened this way. That was fun. My least favorite chapter was probably the one after that, Chapter 5. Just because with all the paradoxing and timeline shifting that was going on, it was really hard to keep track of who was supposed to have done what to who and who died and what our overall goal was by the end of our time there. Like, I knew what we were doing from one moment to the next. I knew we had to, get here, use this on that. But in terms of like long-term goal, it was kind of hard to keep track of with all the shifting. And speaking of shifting, I feel like Old Skies was trying to have its cake and eat it too, with regards to time travel, the rules, what you could and couldn't do, and all that sort of thing. The existence of the chrono shifts and, the constant changes to timelines, who exists, what doesn't. The fact that Chronozen allows that to happen implies they don't give a fuck. And yet they have timeline rankings, which implies that they do at least care at least a little bit. And so the fact that if something has a high enough timeline ranking, you can't interfere with it for fear of changing the timeline implies they do care, at least somewhat. But for that matter, with regards to the rankings, how does the brass decide? Like, what kind of process do they use to decide who or what gets a high ranking or a low ranking or medium or whatnot? And even though you have, if something has a high enough ranking, you can't interfere with it for fear of changing the timeline. And if something has a low enough ranking, you can destroy it, kill it, whatever, and, no one cares. who's to say that if you destroy something or kill someone with a low enough timeline ranking that it doesn't sort of snowball and have some kind of unforeseen butterfly effect into affecting or perhaps erasing from existence someone or something with a high ranking. So I feel like it should have been one or the other. Either don't change anything or just go wild and to hell with the chrono shifts. Old Skies tried to straddle the line, and I don't think they got it quite right. And so next I want to talk about FIA, and we'll get the positives out of the way. She was well performed. I liked that. Sally Beaumont did an excellent job with her. I liked the arc that FIA had, that developed with her over the course of the game, as she began to sort of question her devotion or focus on the job, and she began to wonder if there was any point to what she was doing, if everything was going to get chrono shifted and changed or erased from existence anyway. I liked all of that, but it was extremely marred by the fact that FIA, as a character, as a person, is a fucking dumbass. Like, my two biggest issues with her was that she never knew what the hell was going on when she was coming into a new case. And it would be one thing if when we were in FIA's apartment, if I never looked at her computer, never read the news or anything like that. Because, of course, by controlling FIA, by extension, FIA is reading the news. So it would be one thing if we never read the news, and I could sort of understand her not being aware of things if that were the case. But if you read all the news articles, you read all these things about certain people, what they're doing, and what their significance is, why they've come to Chronos Inn and whatnot. If you've read the news, there really should have been a dialogue option, an extra dialogue option added. If you read a particular news article that could have FIA go, oh yes, I know who he is. Yes, I'm totally aware. Yes, let's do this, rather than have all her dialogue options essentially be, like they try and explain it away by going, shifting timelines. It's kind of hard to keep track of things, and no. Like, I could understand that if a chrono shift happened between reading a news article and getting to Chronos Inn, and B, if chrono shifts affected time agents, which they don't. So, if I've read a news article on a particular person, and I go to Chronos Inn, nothing happens to change the timeline. In other words, that news article that I just read should be the same, then no, you can't just say shifting timelines and things like that. You can't just hand wave it away. There should be no reason that FIA does not know what these people are talking about if she literally just read about them. And then when she's in the past and interacting with people from the past, she insists on using future terminology in past timelines where nobody's gonna know what the hell she's talking about, which at best, in an ideal or a realistic situation, as realistic as time travel could be right now, would have these people looking at FIA like she's a little crazy, but at worst could affect the timeline. Like she mentions the subway in the 1870s, and that, who's to say that couldn't inspire the invention of the subway like 30, 40 years before it was supposed to happen? And speaking of the 1870s, need I remind you, we used a fucking laser gun on somebody in the 1870s, in full view of somebody else from the 1870s, which is also why I have so much of a problem with Chronos Inn's stance on changing things in the timeline, because if you allow your time agent to use a laser gun or any kind of future technology in full view of natives from the past, and you let them use terms like the subway or clustermate or whatever future terminology you want to think of, and there's basically no consequences to that, then I'm sorry, any concerns you have about changing the timeline go out the window for me. I can no longer take them seriously. That said, in terms of gameplay mechanics, it's, your standard point-and-click fare. There wasn't anything I particularly hated or found egregious. I'm kind of sad the whole money printing thing that your suit could do wasn't utilized at least a little bit more. Which I suppose is ironic, I know, considering how much I just griped about using a stun gun on somebody from the 1870s. But, yeah, I didn't really find any of the puzzles too terribly designed, although there were a couple of times I had to use a walkthrough due to things that probably weren't explained the best. Like the whole medicine thing, the buformin thing in the final chapter, and what you were supposed to do to get Simon to slip on the ball earlier in the game. I feel like those could have been explained a little bit more. So yeah, while I did like the game, and again, I want to stress that I did like the experience. I did enjoy playing through the game. In terms of all the WoW Jedi games I've played so far, this still would probably be one of the weaker ones. But that was Old Skies. I've been Gemini, and I will see you for whatever comes next. Sayonara.
Never imagined that someone...
I'm going to pretend that didn't happen.